In this video, I'll walk you through everything you need to know to get started with investing on the Webull Malaysia app. We'll begin with how to register for Webull Malaysia account, then go through a detailed step-by-step guide on making your first investment, and finally, I'll highlight some of the key features in the app that can help you in your investing journey. And to make things easier for you, I'll be adding chapters in the timeline so that you can jump to the section that you want. So first things first, if you do not have a Webull Malaysia account yet, you can sign up using my referral link here. Then just click on register now to get started. You will then be asked to sign up with your phone number, so just fill that in. Next, select your residential status. Depending on your residential status, Webull will request for different identity information. For example, if you are a Malaysian resident, they will be asking for your Malaysian IC info. Or if you are a non-resident, you have to provide your passport information instead. Once that is done, you can proceed to fill in your personal and contact information. Make sure to use the address that's written on your NRIC, yeah? Otherwise, you will have trouble activating your account. You will then need to upload a proof of your residential address. It can be your utility bill, bank statements, or any government-issued documents that show your current address. Next, fill in your employment information, such as your employment status, nature of industry, and company name. Then, select the investment background which is relevant to your level of experience. You will then be asked to declare your asset information as well as indicates the type of trading products that you are interested in. All the options here are selected by default. So unless you have specific preferences, you can simply leave them as is. After that, you will be presented with a few disclosure agreements that you will need to go through and accept. This is a standard step for most trading platforms to ensure that you understand the risks involved. Okay, we are almost done, so bear with me. The next step is an identity verification process where you will need to upload your identity documents as well as go through a quick facial recognition scan. Once verified, you'll be prompted to provide your digital signature. Finally, review all the information you have entered. If everything looks correct, tap submit and then confirm. Webull will then process your application and they will typically get back to you within 1 to 3 business days. And that's it. You are now on your way to starting your investing journey with Webull Malaysia. Alright, once your account is approved, the next step is to fund your account with some money.
What? Need money when?
Of course ma, no money, how to buy stocks? To fund your account, just open up the app. At the bottom, tap on the Webull icon in the middle, then tap on the securities panel. You will then need to switch over to the transfers tab, then tap on the deposit button. You will then find the details of the bank accounts that you will need to transfer to. Unfortunately, as of making this video, Webull does not support instant transfer like the FPS Express deposit method yet. But from my experience, the process of transferring from my account to Webull only takes a few minutes. So it's still pretty fast. Log in to your bank account. I'm using CIMB here, but the process will be the same no matter which bank you are using. For recipient bank account number, just use the account number that they have given you. As for transfer type, since their bank is not a CIMB bank, I will select to other banks. For the bank name, mine says JP Morgan Chase Bank, so I will also choose JP Morgan Chase Bank here. For the transfer method, I will just go with Do It Now Transfer, since it's an instant transfer. Then for the transfer amount, just enter in how much you want to transfer. But here's a tip. If you are new to Webull, it's best to check how much you will need to transfer over to qualify for the welcome rewards. For example, for the current promotion, you will need to deposit a cumulative amount of 5,000 ringgit. Maintain the funds there for 30 days within the campaign period in order to qualify for the maximum reward. Cumulative just means you can transfer multiple times to make up for the 5,000 ringgit. Just make sure you don't withdraw to avoid any disqualification. You may refer to different scenarios stated in the terms and conditions. Though, because the welcome promotion will change from time to time, it's best to check how much you need to transfer, yeah. Finally, for the recipient's reference, you will need to copy the reference code over. And if everything is okay, just transfer the money over.
A few moments later.
Alright, once the money has arrived, you will see it in your account. If you are planning to just invest in Malaysian stocks, you can just skip this section. Otherwise, if you want to invest in the US markets, you will then need to convert your Malaysian ringgit to the US dollar. Okay, here's something that's good to know. Depending on the currency that you have in your Webull accounts, you get to earn a small return on your idle funds. It's a great feature that puts your money to work, so that you get to earn a little extra while you are waiting for your next trade. To convert your currency, tap on the Webull icon at the bottom, tap on the securities panel, switch over to the transfers tab, then select currency exchange. Here, I'm converting my Malaysian ringgit to US dollar. Enter in the amounts that you want to convert. Webull doesn't charge any fees to convert your currency. However, according to my test, when you are converting from Malaysian ringgit to US dollar, there will be a slight conversion loss of about 0.35%. This is in percentage, so it doesn't matter whether you are converting 10,000 ringgit one time or 1,000 ringgit 10 times. A 0.35% loss is still around 35 ringgit loss for conversion. Though, just take note that this conversion loss is not fixed and you get different exchange rates for each conversion. Also, just in case you're wondering, can I not convert my money if I want to buy US stocks? Cannot, because if you skip this step, Webull will just tell you that you don't have sufficient buying power. So always make sure you have sufficient US dollar if you want to invest in the US market, yeah? Anyway, once you are ready, tap exchange now. Check through to make sure everything is correct and you are done. The conversion will typically be done instantly, but in some cases, you might need to wait for a few minutes for the conversion to be completed. Alright, we are now finally ready to buy stocks. To look for the stock or ETF that you are interested in, tap on the search icon in the top right hand side. Then enter in the name of the stock or ETF that you are interested in. For example, let's try Apple. Then you want to tap on the heart icon on the right hand corner to add the stock to your watch list. This is so that you don't have to keep searching for the stock every time. If I head back out, I can see the stock has been added to my watch list. Next, to buy a stock, just tap on the stock that you want to buy. Then tap on the trade button on the bottom left hand side. Okay, if you are new to investing, this page may look very complicated to you, but it's actually pretty straightforward once you understand it. So let's go through what's going on in this page. At the top, you see the current stock price as well as the stock chart. You can adjust the time period or add indicators to the chart should you wish to do so. The bid and ask section shows what the price buyers and sellers are willing to buy and sell the stock, as well as the quantity. This can help you gauge market interest and liquidity before placing your order. Since we want to buy stock now, you want to make sure that we are currently on the buy side. Next, if you tap on order type, you will see a whole bunch of order types for you to choose from. But don't worry, if you are just a normal investor, you only need to know the two most common order types, which are the limit order and market order. Limit order lets you set what price you want to buy the stock at. For example, if the stock is at 200 US dollars now, but I want to buy the stock at 190 US dollars, I can set the limit price to 190 US dollars. And if the stock drops to that level, I will be able to buy the stock at 190 US dollars. As for market order, it will just let me immediately buy the stock at whatever is the current market price. For example, if the stock is currently at $201 now, I will buy the stock at $201. One huge benefit of using market order to buy the stock is that it lets you buy in fractional amounts. For those who are not familiar, fractional shares let you buy a portion of a stock instead of needing to purchase a full share. This is especially useful for higher price stocks because it means you can start investing with a smaller amounts of money. For example, one Apple stock currently costs around $200. So without fractional shares, you have to come out with the full $200 in order to buy the stock. But with fractional shares, you can now invest with as little as $5 US or 0.00001 shares. This is perfect for beginners or those looking to diversify on a budget. Though, just take note that not all stocks and ETFs support fractional investing. To find out which supports in the stock page, just tap on the tiny icons near the top right hand side. And if it says fractional shares trading enabled, this means you are able to trade fractional shares on this stock. Anyway, back to buying stocks. If you go with market order, you are able to toggle between buying in number of shares or buying in dollar amounts. For now, I will just go with dollar amounts and enter in the amounts that I want to buy. Next, time in force means how long will this order be valid for. Day means the order will only be valid for today, and any unfilled orders will be cancelled after the market closes. And good to cancel means the order will be active for 90 calendar days or until the order is fully filled or cancelled. For this demo, I will just go with day. Next, trading hours allows you to choose the specific time period that you want to place your order in. US regular trading hours are from 9:30 AM to 4 PM Eastern Time, or in Malaysian time, is from 9:30 PM to 4 AM from the month of March to November. But due to daylight saving, this timing will shift to 10:30 PM to 5 AM from November to March. So take note, yeah? Besides that, Webull also gives you the flexibility to trade outside of regular trading hours. This could be useful for those who want to react to earnings reports, global news, or market-moving events that happen outside standard trading hours. Though, take note that if you are trading outside of regular hours, you might encounter additional risks such as lower liquidity, wider spreads, and higher volatility. Once you are ready to buy, just tap on buy. Here, you are able to preview your order as well as the estimated transaction fee. If everything is okay, just tap confirm and wait for your order to be filled. If your order has been filled, congratulations! You will then be able to find it in the Assets tab, alongside with the current market value, quantity, and profit and loss. So that was a quick walkthrough on how to get started with investing via the Webull Malaysia app. But beyond just basic trades, this app has a lot more features to support you in your investing journey. So let's take a closer look at some of them, starting with the stock page. At the top right, if you tap on a tiny down arrow, you'll be able to see some quick information about the stock, such as its 52-week high, 52-week low, dividend yield, EPS, P ratios, and more. And just below that, if you tap on any of the tiny icons, you will see additional details about the stock. For example, Webull provides level 2 market data for it. The stock supports fractional shares trading or not, as well as an overnight trading. It even includes a Sharia icon to indicate if the stock is Sharia compliant. Great for my Muslim friends who want to invest according to their values. Below the stock chart, you will see level 2 market data, which again is pretty useful if you want to know the real-time depth of the market. Specifically, how many buy and sell orders are lined up at different price levels. This can give you better insights into the supply and demand dynamics of the stock, thereby helping you make more informed trading decisions. Further down, you'll also see some information that's potentially useful to you, such as the order flow, distribution, large-scale orders over the last 5 days, portions, costs, and distributions, and more. So feel free to explore around. Next, over in the News tab, you'll find all the latest headlines and updates related to your stock. This is useful for staying on top of company announcements, earnings reports, analyst opinions, as well as any breaking news that might impact the stock's performance. Over in the Company tab, you'll find all the important financial information about the stock. This includes earnings results, key financial ratios, and full financial statements. There's also a peer comparison tool that lets you see how the company stacks up against others in the same industry. And if you want to dive even deeper into the company, you can head over to the Analysis tab. Here, you'll find analyst ratings, their price targets, and even a quantitative rating that gives you an overall snapshot of the stock's performance based on data-driven metrics. One of my favorite tools is the Technical Analysis tool, where it can tell you what are the bearish and bullish signals detected over the short, medium, and long term. This is super useful, especially if you are like me who's bad at reading stock charts and yet still wants an idea where the stock could potentially go next. Moving on, if you tap on the menu button at the bottom right and go into the promotion center, you'll find all the current promotions and rewards available. Perfect if you're looking to earn some bonuses or take part in special campaigns. And lastly, if you ever need help with the app, just tap on the menu button on the bottom right and head over to the Help Center. You'll find a wide range of FAQs that cover common questions and issues. Otherwise, if you still can't find what you are looking for, simply tap on the Contact Us button to get in touch with Webull's customer support team directly. So that was a quick tutorial for Webull Malaysia. If you found this helpful, feel free to give it a like, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more investing tips and guides. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I will do my best to help you out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.